It's been pretty tough being on the DL, you know, but I'm excited to get back, play a few games here, and then head back to New York.
What's this season been like for you? It was a bit of a slow start, and then kind of like mid-July or so, things kind of started to turn around for you. What was the trigger there?
Sure, I think it was just just balls were falling. I hit a few balls hard, and kind of got a bit lucky for a few games, and then just kind of snowballed. And for the most part, I was seeing the ball well. I was seeing the ball well, so hopefully I can hope that continues.
Are you going for the time that you're in here? Are you playing full games, and you're starting off with a few innings and then extending?
Yeah, I think it's going to be 4 at-bats or 7 innings, and then build from there.
Did any of the guys ask you for advice with getting to the Mets, hitting, or any other piece of advice that you could give to them? Have they talked to you at all about anything?
I mean, yeah, not so far. I've just been here for 1 day, so I'm just trying to get to know the guys and fit in and play well.
Any fond memories of the area from your time here the first go-around that kind of came flooding back when you came back?
Yeah, I mean, the field, seeing the field was kind of cool, but definitely glad to be out of this place and in New York. So, but great town, great fans. How much else you can say?
Has much changed about the way you play? You feel like since you were here, or is it just a matter of opportunity?
Yeah, I think it's opportunity. I think it's progressing as a player. Kind of evolving. You have to, kind of understand yourself and kind of go get a game plan from there. But this is not too far from the big league. So you guys got to keep grinding and kind of the game and hopefully get the chance.
I feel like personally though, have you made a lot of changes in your game since you were here, or is it just a matter of just a gradual progression that comes with time and experience?
Yeah, I think it's a gradual progression. Getting older, knowing yourself, knowing your swing, and just really knowing your game and kind of accentuating it. So like I said, it comes with time and knowing yourself and knowing your body.
When you were here, I mean, obviously you're looking back now, but when you were here, did you sort of see yourself as potentially one of the core guys going forward? I mean, going into last year, they sort of made that decision, with you as the first baseman going forward. I mean, did you have that sort of thing in your mind when you were here? Did you think that was possible for your future?
I think when you first get to the big leagues, you're just happy to get there. And then after that plan is executed, you've got to, find the ways of how am I going to stick, how am I going to play every day. So in that sense, it kind of changed. But like I said, just go out there and try to play hard, and whatever happens, happens.
So it's last year to put up a 30 home run, 90 RBI season. Was that something that you felt like you always could do? Or did you surprise yourself a little bit with what you got last year?
No, yeah, definitely. I don't think by any means that was a career year. I would say my numbers are a bit down this year. With injuries and stuff like that, but what happens. We go out there every day, play hard, and see how it goes.
I know there was contract talk in the last off season, heading into this off season. Just your long-term goals. Do you see yourself sticking around in New York for a while, or?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I love the Mets, and I love the organization, top to bottom. But there's really no issue there. I mean, it's about going out and playing hard every day, and that's really a non-issue. First things first. Obviously, you want to win, but that's the farthest thing from my head right now. We got playoffs coming up, hopefully, and hopefully we go deep in those things and see where it goes.
Can you talk a little bit about the atmosphere up there and what it's like, especially at this time in the season, to be a Met?
Yeah, it's definitely awesome. Fans have been, overwhelming at times. It's crazy. We got sold out game after sold out game, so the fans have been unbelievable and essential to what we've done this year, and really got to thank them for everything they do, and coming up and showing up and showing some support.
I'm sure you've heard the stories from some of the former players, about the days in the 80s when Shea was rocking to kind of, finally get Citi Field to the point where as you said, it's sold out every day. What's that experience been like?
Yeah, it's been like I said, it's been amazing. For the fans to come out and show the support on a daily basis. There's nothing better as a player. You kind of feed off the energy. And just kind of, September comes around, you've played 100 and something games, and so you just feed off the energy and try to play the best you can, and And like I said, thank you for coming out and showing their love and support.